Well, I certainly did not expect this. And it just goes to show you, man, I sit down here and I don't pull any punches. I tell it the way it is with this team. And this defense, man, like, the thing that frustrates me the most about this defense is that I know what this defense can do. I know what this defense is capable of. And this game is a really good, is probably the best example of that. Because, like, when the fact is, when you're the highest paid defense in the NFL and you have all these guys who are under contract for your team and you're expected to be one of the best defensive units in the NFL, and you underperform for weeks on end. Yeah, I'm gonna get vocal about it, but this is certainly not the game to do it. Um, I apologize if I don't sound very into it. It's a combination of a couple of things. Got my flu shot. I got my flu shot recently, and just feeling a little under the weather. And couple that with the time with daylight savings time ending, I get seasonal depression around this time of year. I love fall. Don't get me wrong. I love fall. I especially love Thanksgiving in November and October, but I have always hated turning the clocks back an hour. I like sunlight, so yeah, forgive me if I don't sound very into it, but yeah, a great game today by the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. 27-20 over the Colts, and honestly, don't let that score fool you, man. This game wasn't even close. Like, that was not a 7-point game. And anyone who sat down and watched the game would know that what I'm saying is true when I say that. This was not a 7-point game by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this is a Colts team that through 7 of their 8 games this year, they scored 30 or more points in 7 of their 8 games. They only had 4 turnovers on the entire season, and they had 50% more of that in this game alone. Yeah, they had 6 turnovers today. And the Steeler defense, man, just really showed up to play after 2 god awful weeks against the Bengals and Packers. But what a game, man. What a game. So yeah, let's take a look and see how exactly they did.
Highsmith now on the sideline. This is a banged up Steeler
So now,
defense to begin
third
with.
and 11. Out of the
Third down and 11.
shotgun.
Jones
Jones facing,
throws,
throws,
he
and
drops it in
see
the bucket
more
for Pierce.
more
So
attack in the flat right there. See, that's something that this team definitely needs to work up on. I mean, the way that you beat the pass rush, as it was evident over the past few weeks, I mean, basically it's been evident all season, but especially over the past few weeks. You just attack the flat, you quick release it, and then the yak ability is just the best in the world, because that's how you stop this pass rush, and that's how you beat zone defense. So luckily not too much of that
Jones,
in this
shotgun,
particular game.
Take a shot downfield, perfectly placed for Pierce.
And
Breaks
Darius
the tackle.
Slay still sucks.
Bang, bang.
Darius
Colts
Slay
are
still
deep in
sucks.
Pittsburgh
He
territory.
comically mistimed that.
Could be 4-down
was
territory, even if they
awful.
don't happen to get it.
Taylor in the backfield. Jones, little dump off, and the
Dump
hit is
off
made
right
on
there,
Moore.
and a nice play by Jalen Ramsey.
Tight formation.
And 4th and 1. Oh, and just in case, just in case you haven't heard about it, get ready to hear a lot about 4th down for the Colts. Okay? Because the Colts in this game were just relentless with going for it on 4th down. Not that I blame them, okay? Because given how this Steeler defense was over the last couple of weeks, I said in a couple of group chats that I'm in, if I'm the Colts, I'm going for it all game against the Steelers, and I'm showing them no respect to that defense right there with how they've been performing. So the Colts were very aggressive on fourth down today, and when the last one comes up, I'm going to tell you how many fourth downs that the Colts converted in this game alone. Here's the first. I think this is the first of them. That's a first down.
Steelers running guys on late.
So now it's 3rd and goal. Setting up, sets a man in motion. And that pass is batted away, an incomplete 3rd and goal. Oh, look, 4th and goal once again for the Colts.
Now what do you do?
And, yeah, they're keeping the offense on the field. Daniel Jones pushing through on a QB sneak, and that's a touchdown for the Colts. So, yeah, that's 2 fourth downs that the Colts converted right there. One of them ended up being a touchdown. Capped off a 13-play, 79-yard, and about a 5-minute drive right there for the Colts. And they went up 7-0. And keep in mind that the Steelers won the coin toss in this game, and they elected to receive it. Normally, the Steelers defer, but I guess because they're playing the highest scoring offense in the league, and they won the coin toss, they want to get on. They want to make a statement early on, and they want to dig the Colts a hole early on. Well, the Steelers had a pathetic opening drive. They went 3-and-out opening drive, and now they just let Indy march right down the field. And at this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, here we go again. You know, defense once again is completely just zoning out, and they are going to let the Colts just do whatever they want. This is pretty about what we expected, right? It's so far it's looking about how we expected, right? Well, let's keep going.
Come in ranked
So 3rd and 7,
in total offense.
and Rodgers is going to take a sack because the O-line collapsed on him. And yeah, we've been building this O-line for at least 5 years now, and yeah, still collapsing easily. Rodgers takes a sack right there. And now the Steelers are going to punt. And this is my first gripe that I have with this game right here. And it really has nothing to do with the team itself. This is the first gripe that I have with this game right here. So there's the kick.
Goes down,
and it's clearly muffed right there. And it bounces off the receiver right there, and there's no whistle. Listen really hard if you hear a whistle, given what's about to happen right here.
All of it, and the ball popped free, recovered by Eccles.
Did you hear a whistle? I didn't hear any whistle at all. So I don't know, given how the ball bounced off of the receiver. This is a live ball. This is a live ball, and this should have been a touchdown right here. I have no idea how they did not rule this a touchdown. I heard no whistle. It bounced off the receiver. The closest guy right there was Eccles. Picked it up. He's unguarded. And it's a touchdown. So, are we just going to completely ignore the kickoff rules now? I mean, this is an easy touchdown, right? This is a no-brainer. I don't know how they missed this right here. That's a touchdown.
As the ball was touched by the receivers, recovered by Pittsburgh. The ball's dead where recovered by Pittsburgh, 1st and 10.
And they said the ball was dead? They said the ball was dead? No, that makes no sense. That literally makes no sense. How was the ball ruled dead when you didn't blow the whistle? That's the only way that ball is considered dead, is if you blew the whistle. You didn't blow the whistle. That's a terrible call right there. But let's see what the Steelers do with it. They have a chance to make it a moot point. 1st and goal.
It's a quick toss to the outside.
Okay, a quick toss right there, so you get a little bit of progress right there. Brings up 2nd down. And
Motion
yeah,
man Fryer move.
second
Rodgers
down,
was one way.
and guess what? Guess what they did on second down? So you run a reverse jet sweep with DK Metcalf. I didn't know if the highlight reel was going to show it or not, but you ran a reverse jet sweep with DK Metcalf at the goal line, knowing that Indy just muffed the punt. You basically have it at their goal line, bare minimum in their red zone. You're down 7-0. You've been getting nowhere with offense so far, and you need to put points on the board. Why are you getting cute at the goal line right there? And now, this right here, okay, this right here,
Toss it over the middle into
he could have caught it. I mean, Darnell Washington could have caught this right here. He just didn't react fast enough. But now it's 3rd and 3.
It's incomplete. He was trying to feed it to big Darnell Washington. Warren sets up
And
as a
now
receiver.
4th and 3.
This is not
Empty
a team that goes
backfield.
for it very often on fourth
Bunch.
down.
Rodgers throws. And yeah, that was pathetic right there. The play calling on this sequence was absolutely terrible. You got cute at the goal line right there, and you get a golden opportunity to tie this game up at the goal line, down 7-0, and you come away with nothing because you try to get cute and you try to get too creative, when really what you should have been doing was running the ball, and you should have been quick slanting right there. It's just pathetic. Now, yes, Darnell Washington didn't react fast enough, okay? But the fact of the matter is, the play calling on this sequence was awful. So at this point, everyone basically thought that the Steelers were going to lose this game. It was going to be a blowout because Indy marched right down the field and they got a touchdown to make it 7-0 on their first drive. Well, let's see what
This is
happened.
off of Washington. The Steelers come up empty. Been so good on
So
third down.
Daniel
making
Jones on
defenses
3rd
pay.
and 6.
And this one is to the
And
outside,
that's complete.
And another
First
conversion.
down.
It's down.
Oh, and did I mention that I freaking hate the Steelers' 3rd down defense, and especially the 4th down defense? Those are two things that the Steelers absolutely need to touch up on. The 4th down defense and 3rd down defense for the Steelers are terrible.
With a catch and run. Shifting back.
3rd and 8.
Down to 1. They get the snap off for Jones.
Jones
fires it. And it's going to be
and he's going to be a little bit short of the
Mitchell
first.
with the catch. Steelers would not let him
And
get
I'm telling you right now,
extra yardage.
if I'm the Colts, I'm going for it.
Sanchez, who has not been name-checked very often
Well,
this season.
they kind of do right here as they fake punt, direct snap fake punt, and they get the first down. Like I said, if I'm Indy, I am going for it on 4th down every single time, knowing that the Steelers can't stop us on 4th down.
Into the bag of special teams tricks. It's enough for the
This
first
4th down defense sucks.
Big pin.
So yeah, it was 7-0 Indy after the first quarter, and basically everything was looking about as you'd expect for the Steelers.
Aggressive.
But let's see what happens now. Oh, JPJ.
Pittman Jr. a flag down at the 36, matched up with
More
Joey
defensive
Porter
pass
Jr. On their
interference.
10th play of the drive, they had not hit the 40 yet.
DJ taking the snap, throws, and would you look at that? They're attacking the flat yet again.
That sideline level, and then he gets us out of things. That's an underrated
Jones
quality at the quarterback position.
hands it
Taylor,
off. And he's going to be a little bit short of the first. Couple of moves right there. And yeah, look at this so far. Look at all the momentum that the Colts have so far. They're up 7-0. Steelers can't do anything on offense. Defense is not looking good so far. Can't stop anything. Indy has 10 first downs. Steelers have yet to get a single first down. They need something.
Jones loses the
Well,
ball.
there's that something right there. How about T.J. Watt? How about T.J. Watt right there? Strip sack and Daniel Jones for a fumble. And the Steelers recover the ball. Yeah, The guy that we extended in the offseason, former Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm telling you right now, if there was ever a time and ever a game for TJ Watt to break out of his funk, it was definitely this game right here. This right here, in my opinion, was the turning point of the entire game. Because the Colts, as I said a little bit ago, they had all the momentum in this game up to this point, and the Steelers couldn't do anything about it. The Steelers needed a big play, and they got the play right there from TJ Watt. This absolutely turned the entire momentum of the game. This moment here turned the entire game on its head. And how about 90 being the guy to do it?
Great play.
So, what do the Steelers do with this?
Nickel package here.
You know, that's how you use your tight ends right there. Stop putting tight ends in wide receiver screens and just have them attack across the middle. CA3 with a nifty catch right there. Keep on moving the chains. And how about a snap to Connor Hayward right there on 4th and 1, and the Steelers giving the Colts a little bit of taste of their own medicine right there, converting a 4th down of their own right there for Connor Hayward. That's how you do it. There's the aggression right there, throwing to CA3, and that's going to set up 1st and goal for the Steelers right there. Fans getting into it. Sets Jonnu in motion. Rodgers hands it off. Jaylen Warren, touchdown! Yeah, the ball came out, but he crossed the plane before the ball came out. That's a touchdown. And for Jaylen Warren, not only is that his first touchdown this season on the ground, that's his first touchdown since week 12 of last year. What a weapon this guy is on offense. He is just being horribly misused by Arthur Smith. But you got to get Jaylen Warren involved more with this offense right here. I love Jalen's grit. I love his toughness. I love his ability to pick up extra yards. And now he finally found the end zone. What a play by Jaylen Warren.
Left and right. Jones.
Daniel Jones throws, picked off. Peyton Wilson. How about Peyton Wilson? Dropping in coverage right there. Poor decision by Daniel Jones. Oh, did I mention, that is now the Colts' 3rd turnover of the game. Yeah, this was their 3rd turnover of the game. And Peyton Wilson just dropping in coverage right there. Jones, I don't know what he saw right there. I don't know what he was looking at. I don't even know if he was paying attention. But, yeah, Peyton Wilson, that's the easiest interception that he'll ever get in his life.
Out of the gun for Rodgers.
Rodgers works from the gun. Lets it fly. End zone. Touchdown. Pat Fryer move. And the Steelers have a 14-7 lead. Thanks to Pat Fryer move from that defense right there. And that's batted away by Alex Highsmith on 3rd down. Finally, the 3rd down defense shows up. And they get a big stop right there with a 14-7 lead. That's what I said. That's what I said. And the funny thing about this, about how the Steelers are getting all these takeaways so far, they have 3. Like I said, we had 6 takeaways in this game. So that's another 6 that you can add to the Steelers' repertoire, aside from the Lombardis. But this was the first time since week 4. Okay? The first game since week 4. When the Steelers were not even in the United States, that they had a game where they recorded a turnover. Yeah, they didn't have a turnover against the Browns. Sure as hell didn't have a turnover against the Bengals. Sure as hell didn't have a turnover last week against Green Bay. So for the first time in 3 weeks, after they had 10 takeaways the first 4 games of the season, now all of a sudden they get 3. The defense getting takeaways in this game was enormous for this defense.
We'll have the ball to start the second half.
So now Rogers gets another opportunity right here to get something going and moving the chains a little bit right there.
Steelers. Rogers off his back foot.
Nice pass right there to Kenneth Gainwell. Gets a first down, but still.
They've taken advantage of their opportunities thanks to the defense. Second
Rogers.
Rogers.
And gets it off to Muth once again. See, they're getting yards right here. They're getting yards. They're moving. They're draining the clock a little bit.
Defense number 40.
That's an unnecessary roughness on the Colts right there because I think DK was in a little bit of a. I think DK was in a little bit of fisticuffs when that penalty happened, but I guess number 40 on the Colts pursued it right there. So they called unnecessary roughness right there. So that just moves the chains even more. Now the Steelers are going into Colts territory right now. And they're looking to extend the lead. 25 seconds left to go in the half. Rogers.
Safety valve.
Well, this is a free play right here because there's a flag down. It's Johnny Smith coming up with the catch right there.
At the 21.
It's on the defense, which is what we call it when they have all these guys in the
Second
back
and
end
20.
Here on the goal line.
Rogers
Throw it
dumps it off. Calvin Austin, and Austin trying to get some more yardage right there, but he's forced out of bounds. And 25-yard field goal before halftime. So, do I love kicking a field goal in that spot? Not really. But I understand at the same time that that's pretty much all you can do in that moment because you have a lead. Indianapolis gets the ball to start the second half. We know the type of offense that the Colts have, and you have a lead. So I don't know, I guess I would have liked to see the Steelers be a bit more aggressive right there and take another shot for the end zone. But I do like the fact that they were at least able to push the lead up a little further at halftime. I think they were just playing it a little bit too safe, but regardless, 17-7 at halftime. And I can already tell you right here, like I said, the takeaways are huge. Getting points off the takeaways, even bigger. But the fourth down defense needs to get better, okay? The Colts converted 5 fourth downs in this game. 5 fourth downs. And they've converted 83% of that on the season. So that's still a big problem for this defense right here. But you get a 17-7 lead at halftime.
This is 3rd and short for Indy.
All right, so 3rd and 1. Colts trying to do something with their opening drive, and they go nowhere.
So
they go absolutely nowhere.
Jones trying to get
and they're going for it on 4th down again. Oh, would you look at that? They convert another 4th down. Like I said, 5 fourth downs converted in this game for the Colts. That's just ridiculous. And finally, Daniel Jones feeling the pressure. He goes down. And, yeah, that was Highsmith that got him right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. The pressure that Daniel Jones was under in this game. You got to get more pressure on the quarterback consistently, man, because that's how this defense functions. If this defense is not pass rushing and they're not, well, they are blitzing, but they're either the opponent is picking up the blitz every single time or they're just not blitzing with the right guys. But when this team does blitz and they do bring the heat on the quarterback, that's when this defense is its most dangerous, man. So definitely, it's such a breath of fresh air to see the old Blitzburg come back with this defense here, man. That's my second favorite thing about this. Jones drops it off, 3rd and 20. This time they don't even come close. And I think this is the first time all game that the Colts punt it. Now, you see right here, total yardage, 150 to 131. Yeah, the Colts are outplaying us a little bit on offense, but it's not like a massive outplay that the Colts are doing right there. Because the defense is getting stops. The defense just got a big stop. They've taken the ball away 3 times, and the offense is taking advantage of it. So, like, yeah, I mean, it's a slight outgain that the Colts are doing, but it's like anybody's game at this point, despite it being a 10-point game, a 10-point lead for the Steelers.
He throws it on a line, and it's caught by
Oh, that's a
Washington.
risky throw right there by Rodgers, but thankfully our tight end is, I'm not going to say 6'7", because that's what all the kiddies like to say, but let's just say our tight end is as tall as the Mount Washington incline, hence his nickname.
We are under 8
So
minutes to
3rd
go
and
in the
3
third.
now. Hands it off. Jalen, this time Jalen gets stuffed and maybe gets like 1, and the Steelers do nothing right there. So now it's going to look like a defensive game.
On the outside, Pittman with the catch
Another
and
in and
swirl.
out right there,
Gets
and he's
extra
getting
yards
some
after
extra
the grab.
yards.
Picks up
Come on,
8.5.
defense, you've been playing
Downstairs
so
to
well
Evans.
so
Can
far.
they do
Don't
it outside?
fool
Can they do
here.
it on grass? They're all
Oh, look at that. 11 rushes, 28 yards for Jonathan Taylor. This is the #1 guy that I was worried most about for the Colts in this game. Not so much Daniel Jones. I mean, I was absolutely worried about Daniel Jones in this game because, you know, weeks ago, I said something like, does leaving the New York Giants instantly make you a better player, or was Daniel Jones always good? I actually lean a little bit more towards the latter, because I went back and looked at some of Daniel Jones's highlights when he was with the Giants. This dude has it in him. He really does. He's got great mobility in the pocket. He can take off when he needs to. I really wouldn't call him a mobile quarterback, but like I said, I mean, when he needs to, he can absolutely take off in an instant. I think he just, I just think he didn't have the right coaches in New York. I mean, Pat Shurmur was a terrible coach for Daniel Jones. Brian Dable, definitely not an upgrade, and Joe Judge was just horrific. I don't even know what to say about that, but yeah, I mean, this kid definitely has it in him. I think Shane Steichen's a really good coach for him. So really, it's not so much Daniel Jones, even though I recognize his talent. It's Jonathan Taylor. 11 rushes, 28 yards. He has been irrelevant in this game. I'd rather have Daniel Jones beat this team than Jonathan Taylor beat this team. Let me put it to you like that.
always seems to be something new people are trying to use to discredit the Colts.
Hands it off to Taylor again, and this time, see, like, that's what I'm talking about with Jonathan Taylor. He's able to get extra yardage there, man. It's a 2nd down. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Jones, bit of a low snap. Fires, steps up, and that's knocked away. Another great stop by the defense right there. 4th and 3. And do they go for it on 4th and 3? Of course they do. Do they convert it on 4th and 3? Of course they do. Because it's more sloppy zone defense, and Pittman was left wide open. Yeah, man, like, I'm not going to stop saying it, okay? The defense did amazing in this game. The defense, easily the best game of the year for the defense, but I still stand by what I say. This 4th down defense is terrible. Allowing 5 4th down conversions, I don't care if you won this game or not. That can't happen. So that's something that this team really needs to patch up on.
Tyler Warren is
2nd and 1.
For them.
And that's swatted up in the air, and that is going to be intercepted. How do you like that? Peyton Wilson batting it up on the air, and who came down with it? None other than Jack Sawyer, the rookie. Jack Sawyer, first career interception. How do you like that for some playing time, kid? Your first pick against the highest scoring team in the league. Daniel Jones came into this game with only 2 interceptions. And he's already thrown 3 with 2.5 to go in the third quarter.
Special teams so far in his young career.
What a game by the defense with all these takeaways.
They put it right on the
Mount
money to
Washington, there you go again. Another first down. Now we're starting to attack the flat right here.
They need a yard.
Gives it off to Calvin Austin. Austin making a guy miss, making a guy look silly right there. Yeah, this will be the last play of the third quarter here. Gives it off. Washington reaching for the pylon, just a little bit short, but we're going to go to the fourth quarter. Steelers have it at the goal line in the fourth quarter. Here's Rodgers. Little toss right there. Jaylen Warren. And how about Jaylen Warren? Came into this game with no touchdowns on the season and none since week 12 of last year. So do the math. Counting the playoffs. Yeah, counting the playoffs, that is 20 games without a touchdown. And he has 2 in this game. And the Steelers are up 24-7. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, this was not a 7-point game. Okay? It just wasn't.
Goodson is in there.
Scores are incredibly misleading sometimes. And this is a really good example of such a case. So, yeah, basically everything else the Colts do at this point is garbage time because the defense finally played like they earned $178 million. And there's JPJ right there coming up with, I don't even know what that was right there. But, yeah, still, I don't want Darius Slay here. I think Darius Slay should not be on this team as hard as I am on him. And from 52 yards out, that kick is good. But you know, to counter that, I mean, Kyle Duggar, this was his first game as a Pittsburgh Steeler, who we picked up a couple of days ago earlier in the week. And I think Kyle Duggar had a really good first game as a Steeler. He didn't do anything wrong. I didn't see any dumb plays by him. I think he's going to be a pretty good safety for this team. Now, again, it's only one game for Kyle Duggar, but based on what he did against quite possibly best team in the NFL, I like Kyle Duggar so far.
4 catches for 20 yards for Warren.
So, yeah. Oh, was that? Yeah, that was a strip sack. That's a strip sack.
Alex Highsmith with the hit.
Alex Highsmith applying it right there. They reviewed it. That was a strip sack. They considered that a strip sack. I thought that was an incomplete pass when I first saw it, but no, they actually considered that a strip sack.
Field goal makes this a 3-score game. Rodgers,
so that's 5 turnovers by the Colts offense that scored 30 or more in 7 of their 8 games this year. And so far they only have 10 points. They've only gotten a third of that. They're very careful with the ball. 4 turnovers total. And Boz just doesn't miss, by the way. 46 yards out. Just he can hit that in his sleep at this point.
Just get to pin your ears back and go.
What a game by the defense, man.
The catch for a first down.
Basically everything else the Colts do right now is in garbage time.
That's what they need.
Under 6 minutes to go. Jones, the rainbow.
Wow.
Caught by
4
Pierce.
turnovers on the year, and they had 6 turnovers today.
89 receiving yards. Guns it over the middle. It's caught by Pittman.
We'll get to the 6th turnover in a couple minutes here because, basically at this point I was not worried, and that is such a weak flag right there. What they threw on Jalen Ramsey right there. I'm sorry. I have no idea how you're supposed to hit a player anymore. There was nothing wrong with that hit right there. Jalen Ramsey let in with the shoulder, which is perfectly legal. And he gets called for unnecessary roughness. Can somebody comment me down below how you're supposed to tackle a player in the league now? Because I swear to you, I can't tell you. I have no idea how you're supposed to hit a player. Can't hit low, can't hit high, can't lead in with the shoulder, can't lead in with the helmet, can't lead in with the crown of the helmet. Just give the players flags and just make it flag football. I'm telling you, none of these so-called unnecessary roughness penalties wouldn't have been called not even 10 years ago. Okay? Screw 20 years ago. Screw 30 years ago. Okay? I'm talking about 10 years ago. That's how soft this league has been getting. That was a terrible penalty right there. So, yeah, like I said, basically everything is garbage time for the Colts, and the refs basically gave them a touchdown right here. So, really, the Steelers win this game by a final of 27, Colts 13, refs 7. So now they're going to onside kick it. That was such a BS penalty right there. Steelers recover it easily. You got 4.5 to go in the game now. Unless the Steelers do something completely egregious, I'm not worried. And there's the egregious thing right there. You throw it in the slot to Roman Wilson right there. Bro, why are you hurdling? Why? You got the first down. So why are you hurdling? And you fumble it. That's what happens. That's what happens. There is absolutely no need to hurdle right there. So now you just gave the Colts another shot to get back in this game. It's 27-17, 3:35 to go in regulation. A stupid mistake right there by Roman Wilson. You cannot hurdle right there. And that's not even hindsight bias. That's something that was doomed from the start. Okay? You got the first down. You either run out of bounds or you... No, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. Just run out of bounds, bro. There's no need to hurdle. No need to hurdle at all.
The recovery by Bynum to give
so now the Steelers need to make up for it. And throws a backward pass right there. And here we go again.
About to end the
yeah,
game.
I was not pleased with that moment right there. Daniel Jones steps up, throws, completes, and there go the Colts. Steelers are going to blow this game, right? Seen this way too many times. Jones facing the heat, throws, intercepted! Hey, JPJ got the pick. That's the first productive thing he's done all season. So Roman Wilson gets bailed out big time right there because he foolishly hurdled and his teammate picks him up right there.
Clearly something clicked this week.
But yeah, outside of those things, outside of some dumb play call moments, there is nothing to complain about this game here. 6 turnovers by this defense today. 6 turnovers. You know, like, if you're a Steeler fan, you have to be satisfied with the job they did today. You have to be.
That's a fluid situation, as we know, based on results.
You just have to be. This is all just garbage time stuff right now. I mean, look at this. Meaningless penalties, meaningless yardage. A meaningless 53-yard field goal. The real score of this game was 27-10. Okay, maybe 24-10.
I thought that thing was going left. I needed that extra hour of sleep.
You're still on our group chat.
But yeah, there's the onside kick.
Pop it up in the air.
Easy recovery, and that's the ball game. So yeah, overall, like I said, some. You know, a couple of silly moments for the Steelers, a couple of, dumb play calls and some spotty defense at times. Like, it's still annoying the soft zone that this team runs, and it's still annoying with the all the sideline shots and all the drags and all the times that the opponent attacks the flat. And, but we really didn't see Daniel Jones quick release a whole lot. Like, he definitely was deep dropping, and he was, stepping up in the pocket a little bit. So, like, not a whole lot of quick releases right there. I didn't really see the Colts go jumbo formation a whole lot. And, like, TJ, this was honestly one of his best games this season, other than the Browns game in week 6 a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't see TJ get chipped a whole lot in this game. And, like, because of that, he was able to roam free. He was able to get pressure and just do his regular thing. Alex Highsmith, great game for him. Nick Herbig, he had some really nice plays in this game as well. Cam Hayward, even though he's throwing the tantrum in the offseason about, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough playing time. Oh, this franchise doesn't respect me. Well, he had a couple nice plays. Peyton Wilson with that incredible interception where he dropped in coverage. JPJ, please, more of that, JPJ. Take away the defensive holdings and substitute that with interceptions like you had in this game, okay? And a couple of really nice bat downs that you had. Who else am I missing? How about Jack Sawyer coming up with his first career interception? Yeah, what a game by the defense. What a game. But yeah, I can't stress enough. 4th down and 3rd down defense needs to get cleaned up. But yeah, this was an excellent game for the Steelers. This was an excellent win for the defense right here. So next week we are at the Chargers. Sunday Night Football. I don't know why that's a Sunday Night Football game, but it is what it is. I don't control the scheduling. LA struggled a bit today against Tennessee. I mean, they beat the Titans. It's the NFL. All you got to do is win. But, yeah, LA, if they can struggle against possibly the worst team in the NFL, we might have a chance of beating LA. So, I'll be on here next week. I'll see you in my week 10 picks. Nice win for the Steelers. But, yeah, I can come on here and admit that I was wrong. Okay? I love the fact that I was wrong about this game. I said Indy was my lock of the week this week. I said the Colts were going to beat us by 20 points at home. So I can come on here and admit that I'm wrong. And I'm doing it right now. I love the fact that I was wrong. Can you admit that you were wrong? We'll see. But, yeah. Today's a good day to be a Steeler fan, man. Let's carry that to LA next week. And I will see you in the next one.